What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Freeze Marquinhos. He was or is the first SBC that you can complete, and I believe you have got, if I can check on here, you have got to the 16th, so you've got another couple of days to be able to finish him off. He isn't a very expensive SBC. He's coming 150 on both consoles, so I personally think he is definitely one that you must complete. If you don't complete any of these because you think maybe they don't go in your actual team, definitely complete their loans, because that is going to enable you to have them in friendlies, and you can have them for as long as you like, as long as you don't play squad battles rivals with him. But I think 150 for this card is an absolute steal. You could link him to Neymar, Mbappe, Di Maria, Verratti. There is plenty of players that you can get him for, and he is... It's annoying because you have to take him out of that centre-back role to get him in this team, which he is probably one of the better centre-backs in Ligue 1 at the moment. But you do have the likes of Flashback Koscielny and Rule Breaker Danea if you have both of them SBCs, just as a little one. We're going to have a look at that at the end of the review. Let me know down below, who is your CDM of choice in Ligue 1? Let me know down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. And let's get into the video. So we have Marquinhos here. Like I said, he was or is 150 on both consoles and 170 on the PC. He is a 3-star, so already a point deducted for that one. I personally... I just want the weak foot. The weak foot as 4 would have just been absolutely fine. Trait-wise, we're looking at, if I can actually click him, we get a new subscriber. Thank you very much, DAVG1331. Thank you very much. Leadership and long throwing. And then we have the, how tall is he? 6 foot with the medium attacking and high defensive. Very, very good player. And personally, straight off the bat, I played with him to start with and thought, is he going to be okay? Like, acceleration's not quite there. 80 pace. What am I doing with him? I'm thinking maybe we go with a Shadow, which obviously a lot of people want to go with the Anchor, because the Shadow really just drums up that defending, but he could do with that little boost in the kind of in the physicality side as well. So if you do put a Shadow on him, it's 90 pace, 96 defending. You put an Anchor on him, it's 85 pace, 94 defending, and 86 physicality. It takes him up to a 92 CDM. And the big thing that you've got, and you've always got to watch out with this card, because if there is someone like a shapeshifter, we saw Conte last year be a centre back. If you can find a centre back that's better off as a CDM, picture like Delaney, he has an inform that's a centre-back. You could maybe go with a Walker, an inform Walker, which, to be honest, probably prefer him as a centre-back anyway. But if you can find someone who's a centre-back and then you prefer him as a CDM, you could swap these two. He's a 93 centre-back. I think Shadow does exactly the same. It takes him down to a 92 centre-back rather than 93. But if we're looking at his base, 88 on the defending, 80 on the physical. Defending is not a problem. He is an absolute god at the defensive side of it. He's got great interceptions, a lovely tackle on him, and just defensively aware. Definitely a definite, really big defensive player. In terms of his dribbling, we've got 91 composure. Got no problems with that. 80 agility, 77 balance. I did like his jockeying technique. I felt like he was quick on the ball. For someone who necessarily isn't the dribbliest of players. Yeah, we'll go with that. He isn't necessarily the greatest at spinning. I thought he played really well on the ball. Very collective, very calm, good ball control, great reactions, and honestly just a nice player to have in a CDM role. I've never really thought about changing Marquinhos into a CDM. Obviously this is the first in form, so he has gone from an 85 to an 87, which is always welcome, and it is nice that we have more position cards. And the reason why I quite like these sort of these promos, because it makes you think something different. And Saudi, a great, well, I say a great left mid. If he was to get like an 85 left mid, a great left mid, solid, really good. You can use him. He'll be a Serie A squad for an objective, nothing really too much more. You put him into a right back, you've got a whole different ball game. You've got somebody who is technically the highest rated right back in the Serie A. Same with Marquinhos. Necessarily, he's a very good centre back for Ligue 1. Put him as a CDM and it's a new level. You've got a different breed of him. You've already got a Flashback Koscielny. You've already got a Rule Breaker Danea, which we'll have a look at. But then you put him above them. You've got a nice little trio there. Personally, I think that is a cracking trio you've got. You've then got someone like a Rule Breaker Kamara. You've got the right back. I believe there's a Freeze right back who I've tried as well. I think it's Goldvin or something like that. But you have got, I think it's Aguilera. I want to say the right back who's like 81. A cracking right back. You've already then got a solid special defensive lineup. it's just something to look at. But let's go into some gameplay, and I'll show you what Marquinhos can do. So if we go into it, what I really liked with him is his just ability on the ball. It felt nice. He felt controlling. He had a nice pass on him. You could find him and he could do something with it. I was thinking he was going to be very blocky, couldn't tackle, and that's about it. And he's just a generic centre back. But I found that he was pushing up. He was making the passes. He was there for the 1-2s, making opportunities for the attackers as well. We see there all come from just a little pass, nothing too drastic, and it's giving you that option. The interceptions on him is absolutely fantastic. You cannot argue that he wins the ball back, and you see there it's led 2 interceptions, has led to Ben Yedder being on the front foot. Luckily we do manage to get the ball across, but the defender does make the tackle, and that's what you need. You need someone who's going to be that last ditch challenger, someone who potentially can change the shift of a defense move straight to an attack. And we see again straight on the play, Ben Yedder's come across again. We've done past one, and again we probably should have maybe chipped that, but again that turns down to kind of like the attacking style and how you are good there. But a constant movement, you see again making that assist through, probably should go back, and he's gone back again, and that's got to be a Ben Yedder goal. Making assists from a CDM, that is something that only so many CDMs can actually do, and it's very much how I like a taller Conte as such. Maybe I think Conte is a little bit better in terms of maybe like linkability and all of that, but that's kind of like, it's clutching at straws, and it's really dependent on what squad you've got. If you're running a Ligue 1 squad, Conte is good, and you probably can link him, to be honest, with all the French players, but Marquinhos is a straight link to any PSG player and will always win that round. So if we do go into the overall for him then, I genuinely thought this guy was a nice card. 9.5 is what I've given him. I think there is upgrades to make, and obviously if he does get a couple of informs later on down the line, more than likely it's going to be a centre-back version. We're probably not going to see another CDM version of him unless he changes like that into PSG. Personally, I haven't seen them play for a long time, so I can't tell you if he even does play at a CDM sort of level, but I can imagine, as he is, a centre-back is probably his position. In terms of what we've got links then, as you can see down below, he is a CDM, so it leads him to be DM, CM, or CAM, depending on what you need links-wise. But you've got Neymar, Mbappe, Di Maria's, all 3 links that you could go with. Like I say, you've got a Freeze Verratti. You could go ahead and whack him with Icardi, Draxler, Bernat, Florenzi. There's a lot of PSG players. Normally, we do see a full PSG special team before too long, to be honest. It's bound to happen very, very soon. In terms of his Brazilian links, if we do take out all the icons, because all of them are absolutely phenomenal, to be honest, you've got the likes of a Freeze Casemiro, and that is a cracking thing what I was talking about. I personally think Casemiro is way better as a CDM. You could swap them two, and you've got an 87 Marquinhos centre-back and a 90 centre defensive mid Casemiro. Always an option there, and I think actually I completely forgot about that one. That is a very nice link that you could go for. In terms of other Brazilian players, you've got the likes of the Prem, you've got Fabinho, Firmino, you've got Douglas Costa, Sandro as a left back, nice left back there. Jesus is bound to go up. Felipe Anderson, I don't know if Porto actually, I think they did quite well, but it's whether they do well in the knockouts. Obviously, record breaker Oscar, you've got his old partner Thiago Silva, Lucas, Diego Carlos. There is so many options that you could go with there, but I think in terms of like linkability, it's practically as good as France. You're going to have plenty of specials to choose from, and really nice high rated players as well, and that's always the one. If you've got someone like a Spanish lad, there is only so many high-rated players that you want to use. There's plenty of kind of like mid-tier, objective, friendly kind of players, but you're not looking at foot champs, you're not looking at rivals for that. It's kind of a lower tier, whereas Brazil, France are all top-tier nations in terms of what cards they get in the game, and indefinitely, really. Generations-wise, because Marquinhos is now, what, 26? FIFA 13, obviously, I think he was started at Roma, I want to say. Either he started at PSG and went on loan to Roma, or vice versa, and he moved to PSG, managing to get his first inform in FIFA 14, first team of the season in 15. It went quiet during FIFA 16, where then he came back with a bang, got his 90 team of the season in 17, 92 in 18. He then managed to get a 95-19 and a 94-20 with various special cards, and it kind of shows you the level of informs and special cards we got, because it seems to be the pattern that FIFA 13, 14, 14, 15, 16, 17, there isn't as many. 17 a little bit more, he may have had a good season, but as soon as we hit that 18, 19, 20, we see so many special cards, it is unreal. Managing to get 9 special cards in 19, including his 2 golds and his UCL, and then managing to get another 4 and 6 different variants of a card in FIFA 20. So can we see Marquinhos with another Team of the Week, another UCL player? What can we see him with? I'm interested with this card. I think CDM is a nice position for him. I was nicely shocked with him. I thought he was a good player. You could whack, like I say, a shadow or an anchor. I prefer anchor in this scenario. I think 85 pace is definitely enough in terms of what you want to use him for, but is a cracking player at best. In terms of SBCs, we tried to do Ansaldi, and it did not work one bit in terms of this SBC, but we will try again because you need an 86 rated squad, 1 PSG player, and 75 chem. Can we get onto this? We couldn't get onto the squad, so I think we can. Okay, this is basically the technical cheapest on Futbin. Obviously, you want to have a look at it and take what you can get. Look at how many 87s they've got, how many 84s. He's got an 88, 87, 87. Then he's got, how many 84s? 1, 2, 3, 4. He has got another 88, 5 84s, 2 83s, 2 88s, and 2 87s. Take that what you will. I will say the best sort of tactic for this, if you are unsure, is going down to the SBC icon, clicking on SBC ratings combination, and have a look on the kind of tab. Have a look what sort of fodder you've got, because it gives you like a rough breakdown. If you're giving out 189, what you can give up, and you can kind of roughly work it out from there. But hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. Let me know down below, what did you think of Marquinhos? What did you think of him? Did you do the SBC? Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.